Welcome back to Expeditions and Mudrunner Game. In this episode, I'm going to be I'm still going out collecting and recovering vehicles. I'm doing two, but the pug recovery was something else. Come along with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on Arizona. I'm on the Grand Canyon. I haven't expanded any further out. Been doing a lot on Carpathians. I thought what I'll do, come out, just do a few background jobs, missions, pay the bills. So I'm doing Fallen from Heaven. I've gone out, used the metal detector, and I had to grab a flight recorder, which I'm taking back. But on the way out, I came across a vehicle to be collected, and it was the Khan Lo4f. So I thought what I'll do, I'll grab the thing I've got to get, and because I've got to take it back to where I'm heading back to anyway, I'll collect it on the way back. That at least is the theory. We'll see how we go with this. I will switch over and we'll get it into a bit of daylight in a moment, and you'll be able to see the Lo4f a little bit easier. Hopefully. There we go, that's better. So it's on its side. I'm going to have to roll it out. Now, I don't know if people are still having the same issues. If, like me, you still are. Now, at the time of doing the recording of this, there has been an update for the game. I'm going to have a look at that in a little while. But I'm still having a problem with the modded Loadstar 1700 by Mr. Buses. That I've bought it now 3 times. I've bought it, modified it, used it on various different missions. It works like a champ. I absolutely love it. I'll come out of the game, come back in the following day later on, and it's still installed, it's still selected. I go to my garage, it's gone from the garage. So 3 times I've repurchased it, redone it, and it keeps going. Plus I'm still getting game crashes from using the drone every now and again. So I'm really avoiding using the drone as much as possible. I don't know. This, I'm not sure how this is going to work, because I'm just looking at this now thinking, this is the quicker route if I can take it out this way. If I can winch this right in close to me, and this is going to go down that trench, isn't it? If it goes down the trench, I might have to reset it. Yep, there we go. Now I've gone, I knew it was going to happen. I should have gone out to the left rather than go to the right. I was aiming for the right because it was a quicker route round than going right the way through. I'm going to have to disconnect, resort myself, pull that back out, and we'll try this again. Right then, I reset it, I've rolled it onto its wheels. Let's get this in nice and close. I'm going to go to the left hand side of that little gully. See, that's interesting. That's already got the wide axle on it, which is the raised or the rock crawler suspension on the Lo4f. I wonder if when we get it back we'll get that. I don't know. This is weird. What almost, oh, the wheel of the Lo4f is stuck against a rock. I have to say, of all the ones I've recovered, this is proving more difficult. The terrain is a lot harder on Arizona. In just the few missions I've done off camera, the small gullies like the waddies, the washouts, the rocks, I'm finding vehicles are getting stuck against stuff way easier than on Carpathians. I mean, Carpathians, not that it was flowing, and when you did the very hard missions, some of those were ridiculous. But this is in very stark contrast to Carpathians. So what I'm finding as well is this started off, it was turning on and off, no problem at all. And I'm wondering if when I rolled this over, the Khan that is, not the Cotco, whether I damaged something, because the engine won't stay turned on now. So I'm pulling a dead weight. What's it stuck on this time? I need something a bit more welly, a bit more oomph to pull this out. It's the smallest, I say the smallest of rocks. I mean, obviously not pebbles, but it's not taking much for this to get wedged. And I guess if I could turn the engine on, it would make life a little bit easier. But it just seems to every little thing. No, we're wedged again. I think what I'm going to have to do I have to bite the bullet here. I was just hoping if I could winch out a little bit, then give it a bit of a yoink, I'll be able to bounce it over that rock, but it's not going to go anywhere. I need something with a bit more power. I'm going to go back out and I'm going to repurchase the Lodestar, the modded one, and come out with that, maybe, and try this again. Hopefully that'll be a little bit easier. This is not going to plan. Right, I'm back on with the Lodestar. So, I finished the Fallen from Heaven with the Cotco. I left the I left the Calm where it was, went off, finished that. Took on another mission with the Lodestar, and that was in order to preserve. While I was doing that one, because I wanted to come back onto the map and I haven't got free roam unlocked yet. While I was doing that one, I discovered another vehicle that was in need of rescuing. That job is unsuccessful geoanalysis, and that's the Collie pug. So I came back out, I thought I'll grab this, we'll bring this one back, and as you can see, the Lodestar is pulling it no problem at all, like it's barely even on the back, so absolutely no problem. And what I'll do is hopefully get this back, and then rather than go back in, to the main menu, we will continue and we'll go out and see if we can get the pug as well. So I'll say that a lot of that part of the map I haven't unlocked yet. I don't know what my route's going to be. There's going to be a lot of in and out of the map menu for the reasons I already stated, because I'm having problems still with the drone. I'm terrified of putting the drone up and sending it too far afield, or at least out to its extremities without the game crashing. So if I have used it or am using it, I'm literally popping it up, moving it a little bit just so I can scan ahead a little bit, then bring it straight back in again before the game crashes. That's what I've been trying anyway. So that's where we're at. There'll be another 2 vehicles collected. I say, hang on, I'm jumping the gun here. This one I should get back, no problem at all. It's not far to go from here. The next one I don't know, because I have no idea the lay of the land. So at this point, I'm hoping by the end of the episode we'll have 2 more vehicles collected. We shall see. You know, me and plans never works out well. So yeah, we'll crack on. It's funny because I just kept thinking I want to go into Arizona. Want to get a few more missions done, want to unlock a bit more stuff on there, see if there's any more vehicles. The fact there's 2 on the first map, that's cool. I think there was 2 on the first one, wasn't there? On Carpathians, were there 2? I'm trying to remember it. Which just make life a little bit easier. And then we'll just sort of keep going from there. There's a drone that I haven't managed to unlock yet, someone's been talking about. Let's get this into the square. Job done. Unfortunate trip. That was so much easier with that than using the Cotco Canyon. So we do have just over here, we've got an airdrop. Where is it? There you go, just over to the left. I can't remember what's in it, but any bonus we can grab, we'll grab. I've already grabbed the dinosaur bone, so we'll just top up our fuel, and then at least that way we're good to go. Hopefully. That's weird, I've never noticed that before. 130%. That's normally sat at 100. Is that something to do with the mod? But I haven't noticed that with the mod before either. Anyway, so we have to check the map. I'm pretty sure that the next one we're going to go and collect, or try and collect, is what's that one? Shoot! Oh, that's one of the first contracts I took on. And I didn't complete it. I did one part of it. I don't want that. There it is. Right, so that's where we've got to get to. And I think we've got to take it... Well, we can bring it back to where we are now, up here. But I don't know how difficult the route's going to be. Or there's the other sort of headquarters base camp area. So I'm thinking over the top of there. And all of this, at the moment, this is all pie in the sky because most of that's blacked out. Some of it's greyed out. Until we get over that side, it could be horrendous. There might not be a route down. And when I've gone out to the vehicle, I've then got to decide depending on my route to get to it, if the route's really, really difficult, then do I bring it back the way I've just come, or do I try and find another route out? And this is all still based upon me doing the Tatra Force way back, because of how difficult that was. I'm just constantly second guessing myself. No, that's the wrong way. No, tree. I need to go through that gap. That's a big old drop off. Don't want to do that. And I'm looking ahead already thinking, this does not look good. That's the other thing I'm finding on this map on Arizona, the first one. Because it's Grand Canyons, you know. It's like these big mesas with huge drop-offs down to water. Is there even a route down from here? I'm trying to work out in my head where I am in relation to where the vehicle is I've got to collect. That just looks horrendous. How am I even going to get to it? So, like I said, in and out the map menu, we're there. We need to get across there. Crossing point? It's got to be a crossing point. Tell what I've been using, the binoculars. I've been using those a lot more. We'll have a check. Because, oh there you go, straight away. With the binoculars, bridging point. So, if we can get down to there, we can put a bridge across. Again, whether we just go that way or whether we come back that way as well, will depend on how we get to it. I honestly don't know how we're going to get to it. It doesn't look like there's a slope down anywhere. I'm risking it with a drone. Oh, mind you, that's flat down there. You can see the bottom of the water. So potentially I could run right along the edge of the river. Is there a slope there? Yep. Okay, slope down there. We can get down to the bottom. Whether I can get right the way along to it, I don't know. But fortune favours the bold. Bold? Brave? Whichever. It favours someone. And I'm going to go off the edge of a cliff straight. No fortune for me. Just a plummet. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well. No. There we go. Okay. Okie dokie. As I've said many times before, all martial, no arts. It's more of just a hit and hope policy. If I roll over, I have got an anchor. I think a few times I came out, I didn't bring an anchor with me. And one of the biggest differences between this and Carpathians is the lack of trees, the lack of things to winch to. So I would definitely say on Arizona, the anchors are way more important than I found them to be on Carpathians. Right. I can see the water shallow, so we'll hop into the water there. I'm okay along here. It's just at this point. Oh, that wasn't good. What is... Just destroy my suspension as we go. Is that going to be too deep? That looks horrendously rocky. Again, do I just take a chance? I should be using the echo sound. I'm not using my equipment to its full capabilities. That much is obvious, but that wasn't too bad actually. Right, I can see some trees. So this bit, we've got a few rocks. Might be a bit naughty, but we'll get the winch on it. That's the other thing I'm finding as well. The winches are brilliant for this kind of thing. Even for going up something that's near vertical, even vertical, as long as you've got an anchor point, you're absolutely golden. Right, let's see about the bridge. What do we need? 75, we've got plenty. Let's build the bridge. Now, I'm just thinking about the way we've just come. Oh, you know what? Can we take a vehicle back that way? I'm just thinking of getting down that bit we've just come down and potentially losing a vehicle in the water. That slope we came down where I nearly went for a Burton. Can I get a vehicle up that? I'm not convinced. So what we'll do, we'll head out. Where am I? Where am I in relation to it? Oh, just there. Okay. So you got all these sort of, is it striations? The different levels within the rock. And that's the other thing as well, is picking Airdrop. It's picking which one you need and also looking to see whether there are slopes between them. So whether you can get up or down them, and looking further ahead that if you're on one of those levels, does that level take you to where you need to go, or at least as far as you can go on it? That, I mean, I'm still absolutely, I'm loving the fact that you're having to really think about route, really think about how we're going to get there. And the good thing as well is because most of them have got these right by it, I can start the task from here. I don't have to go to the start point or where you've got to recover it from. I can do it right from there. Let's get this on its wheels. Hopefully this starts as well. If it starts, that'll make life a lot easier. I think I'm switching to the branch then and not the actual vehicle. Let's get this over. Don't go too far. See, that looks armoured, like an armoured car. It looks heavy. We'll be fine as long as we don't have too many horrible steep slopes to go up. Down is, I say, alright. I mean, not really, but how am I going to get to there? I don't know. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of looking at the map. Right. I'm thinking. Doesn't happen very often, does it? The problem is I'm going to end up going so far down the rabbit hole here. If I don't go back the way I came, and I continue on a route out that looks okay at the moment, I could seriously come unstuck. I could get to a point where I can't go any further, then I've got to come back. I'm looking for a crossing point. If I can go out this way and then cross there, that's too wide. That'd be too wide, too deep. There's nothing coming up for bridging. I've got to come all the way back again. I mean, if I know the route to where I get to, wherever I get to, if I do get stuck, then I know, at least I know I can come back the way I've come. That's fair enough, but it's just fuel is a problem. Where is that winching to? It seemed to winch from underneath the vehicle for some reason. Pull that in tight. Let's give it a go. What I might do, I don't do this very often, I'll stop talking for a bit. Like I said, we'll be in and out the menus. I'm going to have a bit of a trundle along, and then what I'll do, we'll have a chat in a little while. If we get to a point where we've got a fork in the road, we've got a decision to make, there's something important. Other than that, it's going to be loads of this sketchy driving. And yeah, at this point, will we get to a point where we get stuck? Will we get to a point we've got to turn around from? Will we find a route through? I don't know. It's very thrilling though. I'm finding it very exciting. Well, that didn't take long, did it? It keeps putting me back to there. Every time I go into the map, straight back to there. We come a little bit further along, and now we find ourselves at let's just say a problem area, shall we? I don't know if there's a bridging point at the top. I don't know if we can go underneath. I don't know if we need to go over the top. I don't... I guess the thing to do here, and I don't know where that goes. Will it take me... Well, I suppose if I can get up to the top, we could potentially work our way round that side. I'm still thinking whether or not I need to go back, and I'm just thinking if I can get back across that bridge, is there a way up that way? But it doesn't look like it. That's the problem area. That's where I just don't think we'll get round. I guess what I can do, if I disconnect from it, I can always whiz up and have a look, can't I? That doesn't appear to be a point for a bridge, does it? Mind you, it might not be the right angle, but I'm sure that would have come up. Yeah, I think we'll go up and have a look. We'll leave him here, all on his lonesome. I've got hope. Actually, that's not too bad. We should be able to pull up that. If I can get up here, maybe put the drone up, have a look, and we can work out a route from here. No, it's not a bridge, is it? Okay, can't get across there. And even if it was a bridge, I don't know about the other side. That looks horrendous. Now we come over here as well. So we got... Visually we can see further. Visually we can see further. With our eyes we can see. I'm looking for... If I can get up over the top of this... See, that looks flat out around there, but again, how far was that? Is that an upgrade? Okay. I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. I might just... I wonder if I can go underneath that arch. Rather than over the top. But that might be why it's been done this way. Can I go that side of the river and along and cross over maybe? Too many unknowns. I think I'm going to bring it up over the top because I was just looking down the map there and it looks like there's a rocky bit there that doesn't look too pleasant. If we go down and have a look underneath here with the drone, yeah, we're fine here. But just over to the left, it's awful. I'm not going to get across there. So this is up over the top, down that gully, and then along. That's the plan at the moment, such that it is. A little bit of time has passed for me. For you, mere moments. I did bring it up over the top. We are coming back down that gully that I showed you. I'm just readjusting because I need to get this the right side of it. There's a tree here. There, just there, and I do not want to get it caught on that. I'm just looking ahead of me thinking this looked okay. But I don't know. There have been so many, and I assume will be so many pucker moments. Because if it rolls over, if it gets wedged, if it gets jammed between rocks, that's it. It's game over. And you've got to go back and restart. Because unless you can get it out, you know, we haven't got the crane vehicles, we haven't got the garage, we can't go back like on SnowRunner, grab another vehicle, come out and pick it up and move it. It just doesn't, it's not working that way. Well, at least we're down that bit. So, we'll tonk along here, see how we go. Like I said, I'm going to stop talking again, and let's just see how we get on. I have to say, at this point, I'm feeling quite positive. It might be this route will pan out. I mean, we'll see. So we need to double check. There's a bridge to build here. I'm just wondering if I can go around it without having to build a bridge. But right, so we come all the way along there. It's all been fairly flat. I mean, it's fairly flat. We've had a couple of moments, as you've just seen. I'm not going to get. I don't think I'm going to get up over this. I was thinking just up around the top here. It looks like on the map there's a bit you can get over, but that's too rocky. I'm not going to go over that with this vehicle. So, bridge build again. The bridges are narrow. Get that winch right up behind me, and then once I've built the bridge, I need to keep this directly behind me. I can't have it wandering. If it goes off the side of the bridge, it seems straightforward, and if you cross the bridge with no issues, awesome. But this is one of those moments where it seems like this will be alright, but you could end up stuck, or the vehicle down a ravine, you know. So I think it's almost, once it's lined up, I might just nail it. just drag it over the gap. There you go. Which that didn't seem like anything really, but it really is. So if I can carry along here, hopefully, as we get out further towards our destination, as long as we can find a route up that's fairly smooth, or as smooth as we can find it anyway. I'm not, I don't want to jinx it and say, you know what, we might have this in the bag, you know, but I just keep looking ahead thinking, is there a big gap, is there a, you know, a ridge, is there something I've missed? Then it'll be one of those horrible, like going around like a maze, when you got like the you know, when you go to country parks and they have a big old maze and you go down a route and you're so convinced this is the way, and then bang, dead end. Would they be that mean? Would they be that nasty? They would send you all the way down this route. Ah, okay, up through that gap there, which means coming up through that bit there. Where do I climb though? Can I get across there? I'm not sure yet, but we've got 2 or 3 potential points we could get up there. I guess whether or not I can I get up that? I don't want to risk the first one and look and think, oh, this is it. So, where are we going to go? It looked on the map like this bit around here was smoother. I mean, you know, potentially up there. Yeah, that looks about the best route up, doesn't it? And then sort of bung a right and head up that way. I thought this looked all right, but as I'm coming up here, that's a bit narrow. Now, whilst we might be able to force our way through it, bounce ourselves up a little bit, that's too narrow. I'm not going to get the pug up behind me, am I? That's not going to go up there. I was hoping to get up through that gap and then just round the side, but that's not going to work. I'm going to have to back it up. Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad there, does it? So, if as long as I can go along that level, we might be able to go that. I'm not going to get through that gap. It's just too much risk. I'm at that point, the engine won't turn on either. I've damaged it, so it's just a case of beat it into submission. If I unhook, swing round, rehook, and go again, we'll see how we go. It was that thing of there was a point of no return where I'm looking ahead thinking we could find a way through, we might find a way through. It's all part of the adventure though, it's part of the, of doing it. But when I got to what I now perceive to be halfway, I didn't know it was halfway. I did keep thinking I should have gone back the other way. The way I originally came, I should have gone that way. But as it's turned out, it's been a bit of a laugh actually. That nervous laughter, when the dentist says you need root canal, that kind of, I just don't want to get too blasé at this point and think, yes, let's go, and then destroy my suspension or, or roll them both into the river, or it's happened before. Now we're looking. Okay. It's not a gap. Let's keep this up to the right. No. Up to the right, up to the right. If that goes now, I've had it. Okay. Just keep steering to the right. It'll all be fine. Actually, you know what? We might almost be there. This is the last, I'd say, major hurdle. And then it's a smooth run up through that gap up ahead of us. Have we done it? I mean, obviously we haven't done it quite yet, but on the scale of what we've already done and what we've already got through, we might be there. Now, I imagine there's loads of people that have done this far easier, that have found a far easier route than the palaver I've just done, but hey, we got it out. That's what counts, I think. I've still got so much searching and exploring and finding of upgrades, and so many of my vehicles haven't got all the things they need. I can do a bit of work on them. Where do I need to go? It's around the other side of there. I need to go... Nope. Round that down to the left. There we go. Just bounce it down here, nice and careful. And we're almost there. And what I should have, because I've got, what, 3 jobs? 3, 4 jobs. How many have I just done? I did it in order to preserve, then finished off unforgotten trip, unfortunate trip, and then unsuccessful geoanalysis. We're done. Blimey. Okay, so what we're going to get paid for all of those? It won't be mega money, but we've got two more vehicles recovered and unlocked. Let's head back to the main menu. That'll do. That's all right. Let's go. So, let's have a look in the garage and see what's what. There's our Lodestar. We'll go to Truck Store and have a scroll across. Oh, there it is. Went straight past it. The Collie 293M Pug. That's not too expensive, actually. I thought it'd be more than that. Where is the loaf? It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Again, not too expensive. I might have a bit of a fiddle around and see what they look like with whatever modifications I've got available. So I've been out, I've come back in again, and this is what I was talking about, the upgrade. Mods region on the end, that's new. And as far as I'm aware, that is for testing mod vehicles. It's a proving ground kind of thing. We'll have a look at that separately because I'm thinking time-wise. But I just wanted to show you, if we go into our garage, the two things I wanted to show you are obviously these two vehicles. That's one thing, the two vehicles. I've done a little bit of work on each one. Roof racks and a few bits and bobs and stuff here and there. Now, what was weird, when we collected that and recovered it, it had the raised or rock crawler suspension because it was wider. When I went into my menu, that wasn't available. I think that's a bit naughty. If the vehicle I recovered, that should be... Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a minor thing, really, but you'll also notice if we go back down to our menu again of vehicles we own, look what's missing. Shall I go back along? Bit typical, it won't be in here now, will it? There you go. The Lodestar 1700. It's installed. It's there. I'm not buying it again. That'll be, what, the 5th time now? I've bought it, done it all up, used it, come out of the game, come back, and it's gone from my garage menu. It's really annoying. And you just saw me using it for the whole of the episode. And I've come back into the menu, gone down my garage, and it's gone. I've just realised what else has gone. You've got to be joking me. Scout, heavy, off-road. There should be a separate section for mod. All Scout, heavy, off-road. Because I also had... Now I would have thought if there had been an update today, that this would have been resolved in the update, potentially. If I go R2 again to Truck Store... Where is it? I've got one of those. The Limes SXS. It doesn't show the picture there, but it's like a little Can-Am thing. I've got one of those. I say I've got one of those. I had one of those. That's gone as well. And on that bitter disappointment, we have come to the end of this episode. So, 2 more vehicles. We've got... I enjoyed that. That was good fun. What I'll do, I'm going to have a look at the mods region thing. I'm wondering whether or not, because the problem is, your money is your money. There is a money mod now available. If I come out to the main menu, and we go down to our mod browser, so by GGMS, by Gaskell Games, just there is the money cheat. So my brain then suddenly thought, if there's now a proving ground, there's a test map, and you can get mods and you can try them out there, you need the money to buy them. But you can't have... I suppose I could... Can I do it under a separate... I'm just thinking, if I do a new game, could I keep them both separate? Maybe. I'll have a fiddle around with that. We'll come back to it. Maybe that'll be the next episode. We'll see what we can do. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.